Hi YouTube. So if I randomly stop this video, it's because of noise. It's not super loud. I'll keep going. Anyway, this is the Cymbidium update I promised, and this is my original Cymbidium. It has quite a bit of sunburn. I've been giving it as much sun as the others, and it did not cope well. This is a new growth. It's quite small, and this is a new growth. Now this Cymbidium, not long after I got it, probably a couple of months, I divided it and gave half to my mom, and I can't remember if I gave her the one with the stronger new growths or not. But yeah, I divided it, and I also kept it in water culture. People that have gotten Cymbidiums, you know, the root mass is indestructible, so my cure for that is always just put it in water culture and get rid of old roots and wait till I see new roots growing and then repot it. So that's what I did, and that's why the growths are pretty tiny. So I set it back, but it's preferable for me. So the new ones I got, I'm doing the same thing. Hope you can see. This is the really big one, and I don't know what color it's going to be. And that right there, it looked like it tried to grow, then it stopped. Then something laid eggs, like a slug or a snail. It looked like happy sap, and then I touched it and it was hard, so I removed it. I can't see you guys. I don't know if you can see, but there is a black area, like a little crevice that they carved out. Yeah, so I don't know what color that one is. And this is the third one. This is the pink one I showed you in the improvised slideshow video. And this one is different. It seems to want less water and a lot more sun. Or maybe it just wants less water because I'm not giving it enough sun. It's a very light color. It's a smaller plant, smaller and wider. And it had these, I cannot see a thing. Right here is a new growth, and this is impossible. Yeah, right there is the new growth. You all can probably see, but I can't. So yeah, they were nubbins when I got it, and they've continued to grow very strong and have a pretty color to them. I no longer say anything's a spike anymore because all I get is new growths. And they fooled me once. So yeah, those are my 3 Cymbidiums. They did these color dot circles, and I think these were a blue circle, and they were $13. What did I show you? I showed you something already. Hold on. Okay, yeah, the last video was the Miltoniopsis video, and I got 3 Miltoniopsis. Everything else I got was $5 a piece, except the Cymbidiums. The 2 Cymbidiums were $13 a piece, and I got a, what I think is a Siku Marguerite, like a twinkle style Oncidium. That was $3, and I'll show you that in a second. Actually, it's right over here on the other side, but just a second. So yeah, that's the Miltoniopsis Morse chestnut. That's Miltoniopsis, oh shoot, Patricia Marie Linares Mauna Loa. And this one I keep inside. Those will probably go inside too once they dry, but that's the spike still growing on my Renee Komoda Pacific Clouds. So just a second. So this is what I think is Siku, I can't say it, Tsiku Marguerite. All the ones in the basket with it had that tag. I just didn't take a tag off the others and put it on mine. It has 4 new growths. It has a slight bit more shriveling on that bulb center screen than it had when I got it, but just barely. And you can see it's making new roots. So yeah, that's the largest new growth growing. And actually this one back here is second largest. And then that one. And then that smallest one. It hasn't grown. I actually think if you can see at the base of it, it's starting to make its own new growth. I uncovered it under a piece of sheath and everything else is grown. That one back there, I didn't know was there, has surpassed it. So I think it was finished growing when I uncovered it, and it might be starting its own new growth. So that's that one. Just a moment. I had to step inside for a second, but the last one I showed you was 3. Like I said, the others were 5. So this was the $5 one. It is my first Brassia or Brasidium, Kenneth Bivens. Has that strong new growth and massive bulbs. This is my first Brassia. I've never had bulbs so big. I think my Bellara, which is no longer with me, had an almost as big bulb, but not quite. And it had that massive spike with no flowers at all on it. I've Googled it. There is a variation in the blooms, but it should be a pretty bloom nonetheless. All the tags that I do have, I believe, have that Calpana Tropicals. Alright, I have to go back outside. Hold on. Okay, back outside. So the last 3 are going to look pretty crappy, but they all have strong new growths. The thing is, with my Oncidium, with any of my orchids really, but with Oncidium types, it's important to repot at a certain time. And I never do that because they can't go in my grow space until they're repotted. I'm just not taking anything stray up there that might kill my existing collection. So they either tough it out downstairs or they get repotted immediately and they get to go upstairs where everything is perfect. Well, not perfect, but good conditions for growing. So they either get to stay where they're at and have a crappy growing area, or get repotted and have, get disturbed but have a better growing area. So without further ado, this is Bellara. It's my replacement Bellara, but not really. Bellara Tropic Lily Chocolate Drop, and she just has the one strong new growth. And those bulbs back there. Then these 2 were in one pot. This was a good deal because that was all stuffed in one of those little black square pots that kind of rounds at the bottom for $5. And One has a tag and one has Miltassia CN Fitch Izumi #2 written by me, but here's the tag in the other one. I don't know why I put 2 on there, that was a mistake, but that's it. And again, shriveled pseudobulbs. This one might start that new growth, but it hasn't really moved since I got it. It had this new growth, which is maturing and has put out a new root, and it's forming this pseudobulb. It's very tall, but it's still very slender right now, and it has a new growth here, which is growing, which has grown since I purchased it. That's #2. #1 is this one, and it has this strong new growth. Really shriveled pseudobulbs. I did watch some videos on these, and I should not let them dry out. Miss Orchid Girl says that you can't seem to overwater them, so I was trying to see if this one had another. It has this nubbin right there that looks kind of crappy, so I don't think it's going to do anything, but yeah, those 2 were in one pot. The CN Fitch Izumis, the Kenneth Bevins Brassia is upstairs, the Bellara Tropic Lily Chocolate Drop, the Siku Marguerite Twinkle Style Oncidium, 3 Miltoniopsis, and the 2 Cymbidiums were all under $60, and there was some tax. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, that's a once a year event, and it was really fun. And everything's been repotted. Those are in moss. They have a layer of stones as thin as this layer on the bottom and the top. I think that's my preferred method of potting. I hope you guys can hear okay. Fortunate this city bus no longer comes through here. It's horrible. So yeah, I don't think I forgot anything, and I guess I don't plan on showing them again until they bloom, which, as you can see, will be a while. All the new growths have to mature. Hold on. The day I made the video, if you watch that video, I made the all white Phalaenopsis video with the big white Phalaenopsis, but I said I didn't buy it. This is what I bought. Aliceara Donald Halliday Smile Airy, and this is the plant. Now that new growth looks weird to me, but it is growing, and I'm guessing it looks like that because these pseudobulbs are paper thin, almost like Miltoniopsis. It has some slight shriveling, but no worse than when I got it, and not enough to make them look that thin. That's like their natural look, I guess. So yeah, that's the one I got instead of getting the white Phals. She did not have blooms, but I did take a picture of the bloom in the store, and if you Google it, it's very pretty. It is mostly white, but it has some purple edging and some detail. That darkness on the bulbs seems to be natural. This is my first Aliceara. That's my second Bellara. That's why I mounted this one. The pseudobulbs were so thin and weird looking. It hasn't gotten any new roots yet. Those are the roots it had. But yeah, I was just wary of it. So when in doubt, mount. That doesn't rhyme, but whatever. Yeah, that's it. So you're updated now on everything I got from the retired orchid sale here in Columbus, Ohio. And I have to wait a whole nother year. I went there for Tulumnia, but they didn't have a 1. I also got there, it didn't start till 10. When I got there, there was a line. Maybe I got a few minutes after because people were already coming out with carts of stuff. So it's possible I missed some special stuff, but I doubt it. Most people that were coming out, because they also sold like the plants that are part of the conservatory, like, I don't know, trees and bushes is what people were coming out with mostly. But I'm happy with what I got, and I'm happy with the prices, and I can't wait to do it again, hopefully. So yeah, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Bye.